Hello friends and welcome to the stream. My name is Serge, Pilot Club 6, and this morning we are continuing our TPC Charters Airline regional operations flights with a flight from Long Beach, California to Tucson, Arizona. This is a charter flight with 31 passengers on the manifest, flying light this morning. Before we proceed though, I wanted to remind you that today's flight is brought to you by thepilotclub.org for group flights, activities, flight school, VATSIM training, virtual airline, flight sim resources, and more. Check out thepilotclub.org. Alright, so here we are in Long Beach. Oh, the lighting just changed, interesting. We are trying this flight, I think, for the third or fourth time now. We've had some issues initially with a gear issue on our first flight out of here, and that was my mistake. I forgot to disable crash detection before push, and my pushback toolbar pro for some reason doesn't like this aircraft, and it initiates a crash on push. And then we worked through the second two flights. Unfortunately, Tucson scenery that I got from Fuel There completely messed up the airport. So after landing, we taxied and damaged the gear again, like two times on two separate flights. So I had to uninstall the paid add-on for Tucson and get a free Tucson scenery from flightsim.to. Alright, so let me check something out. I think our overlay is not working. Give me 1 second. See if that works. It should. Yep, there it is. Okay, it's working now. We got our comments overlay. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the flight deck. We did our preliminary, so we can go ahead and turn the batteries on. No smoking sign. Turn nav. Okay, we'll keep logo on for now. Let's see how we're doing. All right, and we have GPU power available, so we'll take that. Go to flight details, import our flight plan from dispatch. And we'll go ahead and start boarding. Turn the PA on. All right, that's looking good. Let's see, and we'll start our tracker. All right, let's go to our McDo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on
Hey,
board.
Mitsuki, hello.
On behalf of the captain,
Welcome to the
cabin
stream.
crew, we would like to wish you a safe flight. Before taking your seats, please make sure that your small hand luggage, including backpacks, handbags, and shopping bags from the duty-free zone, it was placed only under the seats in front of you, leaving space on the shelves for large hand luggage. Please do not place luggage luggage in the aisles or in the area of emergency exits. Passengers sitting in emergency rows are asked to ensure that their hand luggage is placed on the shelves during takeoff and landing, leaving the floor clear of any objects. Please activate airplane mode on electronic devices with network connectivity. Charging electronic devices is prohibited, and if you notice any irregularities in their operation, please contact the onboard crew immediately. At the same time, we would like to inform you that drinking alcohol not purchased on board, smoking, and using e-cigarettes is prohibited. Thank you for your attention.
Alright, so that's looking good right there. Passengers are boarding. So we can go to, let's see, I was watching a video yesterday. Check our database here. It is good. CBs, no CBs. Good. Now we go to route. We'll put that in there. We can actually, let's try maybe building the flight plan. So let's go to departure. We're departing runway 12 via fritter with scenery transition. We'll apply that and arrive. We'll put the runway in 12, ILS 12. Dingo 6, TFD, apply. Alright, that looks good. So let's see. TFD, scenery, BLH is what we need here. BLH. And then J169. Where do we put that? These are all directs. That's alternate. Active. Let me look. Flight plan. Fritter. BLH J169. I think it has to be on route. We need the VIA. Where do we put? Yeah, it should not be direct. It should be VIA right here. Let me see to TFD. All direct. How do we put VIA in there? Yeah. All right. So let's do this instead. Can put the VIAs in there. Okay. Apply active. And departure, got that in there. Arrival, got that in there. Okay, let's look at the flight plan. Okay, let's do this. Runway 12, Rudder 3, scenery, apply. Alright. Runway 12, iOS 12. Oh, you know what happened? I think. Let me look at something right quick. Departure. Alright, let's try that. 12, iOS, Dingo, TFD. Alright, that should be good now. Flight plan. BLH, TFD, Dingo. Yep, that looks good. Alright, so that's our flight plan. Alright, let's see. We'll go here to performance in it. Let's get our cruise winds. 342.62. Cruise altitude is going to be 33,000. I think we're good with this, and block fuel is 9.5. Alright, so we can go here, runway 12. Dry is going to be flaps 2. Let's get the weather 3014. That's already set. And we'll calculate. Let's go to manifest here. Trim is 2.6. Alright, 2.6. And we'll go ahead and send to MCDU. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and do our fire test. And we'll start APU. Tsuki is currently flying to figure out where we want to start from, flying to KNZY. Okay, that's for the Explorer flights. Very good. Okay, so we're starting APU. Let's see, for our departure, 17,000 is the altitude. Alright, we're departing runway 12, so let's go ahead and put that heading in. 122. Alright, that looks good right there. Alright, that looks good also. Auto brake to RTO. You can turn on electrical pump A. Get the charts. Alright, so we're taxiing from the terminal here on Charlie, Kilo, Delta. We'll cross 1-2 on Delta and 8 left on Delta as well. Get fritter 3. Need to note that we need to be above 5,000 at fritter. Everything else is good. Alright, so let me go here right quick. Take off in it. Runway heading is 122. Let's see, what is our wind? 140 at 7. Flaps 2. Takeoff 2. ADX on. CS on. Flex is okay, that looks good.
Hi, Captain. Boarding is completed.
TRS, let's go climb 1. Alright, what's happening here? Gotta give it a second, I guess. Doesn't want to go to climb 1 for some reason. Alright, anyways, to data set. Oh, because it's takeoff 2, that's why. Okay. It's okay, we can go with takeoff 2. Alright. We'll take that, it's okay, it's alright. We can manually put that back in. 120. Climb. Cruise. Let's see here. We go takeoff performance. All right, here we go. Climb is good. Cruise is going to be 0.78. Alright, that looks good. We'll stay with that. Alright, that's looking good now. So we're doing flex, takeoff 2, rated to 33. That's looking good to me. Oh, we're done? Yeah, I think we're done. Going through my checklists.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. My name is Martin, and with First Officer Iqbal, we will have the pleasure of leading today's flight. We will soon start taxiing to the runway. The flight should take place on time. Please listen to the cabin crew's instructions during the flight. Thank you, and have a smooth flight.
All right, that's looking good. Start our pushback. All right, before start checklist, please.
Passenger signs panel.
On.
Pressurization panel.
Checked.
Oxygen masks.
Checked.
Flight instruments.
Checked and set.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Fuel quantity.
Checked.
McDo.
Is set.
Trim.
Set 2.600.
Doors and windows.
Closed.
Red beacon.
We'll turn it on in a minute.
Parking brake.
Released.
Ground equipment.
Removed.
Checklist complete.
So Mitsuki says, hope they release the RJV2 patch soon. Yeah, I couldn't even update it because unfortunately I bought it from the marketplace, so it's not been updated there yet. But I see you had some issues with it. I was watching a bunch of streams and it seemed to be okay. So I don't know. But yeah, let's hope. All right, set the parking brake here. And now we can go and turn on our crash detection. And we should be good to go. We'll start tracking. All right, logo we don't need anymore. Beacon is on. Starting engine 1. Suki says maybe it's something weird, like if you have an AMD or Intel. Yeah, I don't think that's that. What's the issue you're having? Oh, I see. WASM crash. Okay. Alright, let's listen to these beautiful engines start up. Had good start on engine 1. Go ahead and start engine 2. Alright, we've got 2 good starts. Flaps 2. We'll do our flight controls check. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, and rudder, full left, full right, neutral. Flight controls check is complete. After start checklist, please.
Flaps.
Set 2.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Toga mode.
Armed.
Ground equipment.
Removed.
APU.
Is off.
Checklist complete.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secured and ready for departure.
Thank you. Long Beach traffic. Embraer Pilot Club 6. Taxiing to runway 12 via Charlie, Kilo, Delta. We're going to cross 12 on Delta and 8 left on Delta. Oh, sorry, 12 on Kilo and 8 left on Delta. Long Beach. Brakes checked. Alright, this is Charlie. We're going making a left on Kilo.
takeoff, okay.
And taxi checklist, please.
Transponder, VATSIM.
TARA.
Ice protection.
Auto.
Taxi to runway.
Alright, keeping it below 20.
Brakes.
Checked.
Takeoff configuration.
Checked.
Checklist complete.
We're going to be crossing 1, 2 on kilo.
Cabin crew, be ready for departure.
Long Beach traffic. Embraer Pilot Club 6 crossing runway 1, 2 on kilo. Long Beach. Alright. Things looking good there.
Approaching runway 1230. Entered runway 1230.
Long Beach traffic. Embraer Pilot Club 6 crossing runway 8 left on Delta, Long Beach.
Approaching runway 08 left, 26 right. Entered runway 08 left, 26 right.
Alright, gonna turn the lights on. Things looking good there. Long Beach traffic. Embraer Pilot Club 6 taking runway 12 for an IFR departure to the southeast, Long Beach. Mitsuki, no, I don't think I've used my alternate in a long time. Maybe a few years back due to bad weather. I think in Boston it was. We went to like JFK or LaGuardia, something like that.
Approaching runway 12.
Alright, we're gonna arm auto throttle.
Entered runway 12, 9,900 feet remaining.
And before takeoff checklist, please.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
Lights.
Are all on.
Brakes temperature.
Checked. Green.
ECUS.
Checked.
Transponder.
TARA.
Takeoff configuration.
Checked.
Toga mode.
Checked. Set or armed.
Auto throttle.
Set and armed.
Checklist complete.
gear up. Flap 0. Gonna hand fly this puppy for a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated until the seatbelt warning lights
Fast
turn
down
on.
to
For your
2.0
safety and
miles.
comfort, we also suggest that you keep your seatbelts fastened throughout the flight in case of unexpected turbulence.
Class sharply above in 7.7 miles.
Alright, AP on. And after takeoff checklist, please.
Landing gear.
Up.
Flaps.
Flap 0.
Pressurization. Class Bravo above.
Checked.
Checklist complete.
Alright, we'll go here. We'll switch to 1228, 1215. Let's go to TRS, climb 1. Alright, passing 10,000. Alright, good departure. let's go to 3.3. Alright, altimeter standard.
Climbing through transition altitude.
Alright, climb checklist, please.
Throttle.
Auto.
Trim.
Trim is 1.800.
AP.
On.
Highest.
We did 250 below 10.
Landing lights.
Turned them off above 10.
Passenger signs.
Off.
Altimeters.
Standard.
Checklist complete.
Alright, everything's looking good there. Let's see. I'll leave you with this view here as I go and chat with the cabin crew. And I'll see you guys shortly.
carried out in accordance with the submitted flight plan. The weather at the destination airport should be good. Do not expect any disruptions during the rest of the flight. However, it is recommended to keep your seatbelts fastened in case of unexpected turbulence.
Alright, we're back on deck. Reached our cruise level. Tell you what, we're going to punch it to 0.80. Let's get some charts for our destination. Oh, and Mitsuki, let me show you. Let me bring this back right quick. So you asked about this cyan circle, basically based on aircraft performance and the winds. That circle gives you the glide distance. So as you can tell here, we got a little bit of a tailwind. So that circle tells you how far you can glide without thrust. So like engine out, that sort of thing. So pretty cool feature of ForeFlight. Start looking at the weather at destination there. 140 at 7, good visibility, clear sky. 3004. Alright, so we're good with runway 12. So we'll do ILS 12. Our minimums for that are 2800. Got that set. Everything's looking good here. All right, so let's see. We need our star, Dingo 6. Taking it from TFD. We need to be at MAVA above 8. Approach is ILS 12. Missed approach 4,000, right turn 6,000, heading 300. Outbound on Tulsa VOR to MADS. And hold. So 6,000 heading 300. So we're going to be landing 12, exiting left, and taxiing to the terminal. Gates here. I think B4, B3, something like that. Let me double check that. Yep. Concourse B. Yamisuki says, didn't even think about taking wind into the account. Yep. Yeah, I agree about the vPilot. They are kind of loud and startling. Same with if somebody sends you a direct message in vPilot, which can be done. You get a loud beep. All right. Let me go ahead and go to our landing performance here. Runway heading for 12 is 125. Our temperature there is 7. And the wind is 140 at 7. Going to be flat 5, cat 1, no ice. 124 is our approach speed, so we're going to do 130. Approach speeds are going to be fixed. Landing weight 70, yep, so that's changing. Let me look at sim brief panel. Landing weight is 73.3. I think that's not going to be correct. Maybe it's going to be 73. We'll double check that. Let's get our CTAF. Tucson should be 1183. Let's double check. It is. So 1183. we can start our gentle descent there, VS. Oh, need to set the bottom altitude to 8. VS. Let's go 1300. Speed managed mode. We've got about 20 minutes of flight remaining.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just started our descent. Please stay seated. Our onboard service will soon walk through the cabin to collect unnecessary waste.
Yeah, maybe it is going to be 73. Let me check something here. Let's do $73.3. Let's go here, performance, landing. Maybe it'll adjust. Alright, so we auto-tuned 1117126, that's correct. So we're auto-tuned for the our arrival, for our approach rather. Look at this right quick. Tulsa VOR frequency, or Tulsa Tucson VOR 1160. 116. Go to nav 2 on that. There's nav 2. We need that for our missed approach. I think heading was 300 and 6,000. Okay.
Destination ATIS is 123.8.
All right. Alright, our fuel is okay. Everything's looking good here. Go to 1,000 descent. altimeter is 3006. Set. Check this again here. Yep. And let's see here, Lipte should be above 7,000. Okay. Now let's go ahead and turn the seatbelt signs on. And descent checklist, please.
Approach briefing.
Completed.
Auto brake.
Set low.
Landing data.
Is set.
Checklist complete.
Thank you. And Mitsuki says, trying to replace the WAV file to make use a different sound for text messages. Ha, that's pretty good. Good idea. Like a little more subtle sound would be good. Problem is though, every time you update the vPilot, you have to probably do that. Let me know how it goes with it. It's a great idea. Alright, so we're going to Baser, then Dingo. Right, so, and then Mava is above 8,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, in about 15 minutes we will begin the landing approach procedure. Please remain in your seats with your seatbelts fastened. Hold down the armrests and leave the windows open during landing. From now on, the use of toilets is prohibited and the entrances to them will be closed.
Hey Greg, what's up? Welcome to the stream. That checklist voice is ForeFlight. So let me show you here right quick. So you got hold tab for checklists, and I go through all the different phases, and they're for different aircrafts, and I can edit them and set them up, and then you can speak it. So I got my approach checklist set up, and you can check it off yourself like this, or there's a button there on the bottom to speak, and then it does it. So pretty neat. And welcome to the stream. Anyways, you're just in time for our beautiful landing. I have a good feeling about this one. I think this one's going to be amazing. I think we can do 800 now in descent. Yeah, Mitsuki, if you heard that sound, that's the sound really that should be there. That's for auto ATC messages. I really can just use that sound. It's already in there. I'm going to leave things here in managed mode and let the computer set the 250 at 10,000, so we'll get that. Beautiful clouds. All right, here we go. Reducing to 250. All right, and we'll go to heading mode. So Mava 8000. Go manual speed mode. We can turn the lights on. Let's go sterile cockpit. So Mava about above 8. Go ahead and switch to CTAF. Lipte, I think, was above 7. Hey, what's up, Richard? Hey, Mitsuki, yeah, I don't know. Cat's, she's not been a distraction, so we're okay. Alright, let's go 240 on the speed. By the way, we'll activate approach speeds. Go ahead and now turn to intercept the localizer. Tucson traffic, Embraer Pilot Club 6, 20 miles to the northwest, inbound ILS 12, Tucson. I got a little,
Charlie below in 13.8.
A little freeze here, but that's okay. Go 220. Let's go ahead and arm the approach. Got the loc. Go 210.
Class Charlie below in 6.5 miles.
Alright, we're going to go manage speed modes. Field in sight. Greg says freezes are never okay. Yeah, I agree. I have one or two here and there, but not too bad. Alright, we got the glide slope, so we're going to put 6,000 as our missed approach altitude, and the heading for missed approach was 300. Doesn't make sense on heading 300 right turn. Okay. Oh yeah, it makes sense. Yep. Alright, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and do flaps 1. Tucson traffic, Embraer Pilot Club 6, 10-mile final, runway 12, Tucson. Now let's go flaps 2. Flaps 3, gear down.
Cabin crew, seats for landing.
Flaps 4. And flaps 5 should be 130. Okay, manual speed mode, checklists, approach checklist please.
Passenger signs.
On.
Speed selector knob.
Manual.
Altimeters.
Set and cross-checked.
Approach aids.
Set and cross-checked.
Checklist complete.
And before landing checklist please.
Lights.
All on.
Landing gear.
Down.
Slats flaps.
Set 5.
Checklist complete.
So we're going to be exiting left, probably on Alpha 13.
Mile final runway 12.
Manual flight.
Approaching minimums. 300. Minimums.
Landing.
200. Glide slow, glide slow, glide slow. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Throttle.
All right. Wasn't the smoothest, but we got her down.
Auto brake.
Manual braking. Nice and firm landing. Exiting Alpha 13.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our destination airport. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated and fasten your seatbelts until the captain turns off the seatbelts fastened signal. The use of electronic devices is only possible after turning off the seatbelt warning. On behalf of ourselves and the entire cabin crew, we would like to thank you for flying together.
All right. Need to set the trim to 2 points. for 2 units. And APU on. And after landing checklist, please.
APU.
On.
External lights.
Taxi lights on.
Transponder.
Still TARA.
Slat flaps.
0.
Pitch trim.
2 units up. Yes, Mitsuki, it did not feel soft.
Checklist complete.
So let's see what rate we got just for... Yeah, not very soft. Good flare. A little bit of a bank angle, but yeah. Not our best. Alright, so we're going to be exiting here. On Alpha 8, by the way, let me make the call. Tucson, traffic. Embraer Pilot Club 6, clear of 1-2, taxiing to the terminal via Alpha. Last call, Tucson. Alright, taxi lights off. Transponder standby. We're going to take Bravo 2. That looks good. All right, thanks, Greg. Yeah, I mean, I've been getting better rates lately, but this one was a little rough. All right, so let's see. We need engines off. Alright, let's get GPU, jetway, stairs, cones, all the equipment. And we're going to need some catering and baggage. And we'll open this door. Hard landing. Yes, it was a hard landing. It's alright, we got her down. Yep, so we're getting our services. That's good. Let me look at something right quick. And we're still on APU. it's not in use. Doesn't want to activate there. All right, that's all right. Well, anyways, that's it. We did it. Hard landing, but we landed. It wasn't too bad. So I appreciate you guys watching the stream this morning from Long Beach to Tucson. And our next flight, I think we already have our next flight from Tucson to Las Vegas, so that should be a good one. We got a couple of things going on today in the club, so we have the airplanes and coffee at 2, so I'll be there hanging out. And we also have a staff meeting for the Pilot Club NPO this morning, so we'll be doing that as well. And then so we'll probably do the next flight out of Tucson here to Las Vegas this late afternoon or evening. I wanted to remind you, as always, this flight has been brought to you by thepilotclub.org for group flights, activities, flight school, VATSIM training, virtual airline, flight sim resources, and more. Check out thepilotclub.org. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. See you!